Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. I'm Nye.
I'm Mako.
I'm undead.
Oh,
You know
God,
this means I have to
he's
feed you
undead.
Chomper now, right?
Huh?
You know that this means I have to feed you to the Chomper now, right?
No, just pea shooter. I'm hungry. I skipped dinner.
Well, they're
Man,
still
a can
frozen.
of peas would be great right now.
They're still frozen.
That's okay.
You eat frozen peas?
No, but fun tip of the day, viewers. A can of frozen peas, or not a can, that wouldn't work. A bag of frozen peas wrapped in a towel is a very effective cold pack if you don't happen to have one lying around.
Also might make a very good bludgeoning weapon, depending on how heavy the how big the bag is.
Because they're soft, or not soft, because they're small, spherical, and disperse easily, it's actually more effective as a kosh than anything else. Good for beating without bruising.
The fact that you know this concerns me.
My family is Italian and from New York. Make of that what you will.
Wouldn't that make them New Yorkian?
That's not really much of an improvement.
No, but
anything,
generally I feel
it's a
that Italians are from
downgrade.
Italy. No, if I said New Jersey, it'd be a downgrade. New York is just a side grade.
Man, I miss good cannoli.
I don't think I've ever had a cannoli.
They're really good if you make them right. They're shit otherwise.
They're also really good if you want to make Godfather references.
You know, that line was actually ad-libbed.
I know. It's one of my... I've read the list of ad-libbed lines so many times, I know most of them.
Yeah. The fact that he came up with it on the spot, and the director was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Most directors know good lines.
Now, munchers are a plant that I
Chomper.
don't like.
Again, like they're specific to certain kind of builds. For those
Yeah.
who don't know, you put them down, they stand there. When a zombie gets close, the muncher eats them. Then they spend an ungodly amount of time before they reload or recharge or finish digesting them or whatever the hell it is you want to think they're doing to it.
Generally, you put chompers down for specific zombies. Like, you only bring them if you see this particular zombie on the list. So, for example, the guys with the tin hats, with the buckets, those are on the list. And the reason why is they take an obscene amount of time to die. They have extra defense compared to a normal zombie. The tiers go normal zombie, zombie with cone on the head, and then zombie with bucket on the head. So you put the Chomper down because it will just flat eat him. That's the cool thing about the Chomper. It doesn't care. It doesn't care what defense you have. It doesn't care what you do. It doesn't care who you are as long as you love it. And then it will still eat you.
Unless you're a gargantuan, in which case...
Yeah, well, nothing eats a gargantuan, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's what Chomper does. And there's actually a specific strategy you should do with a Chomper. What you do is you place a walnut, like that. You wait a couple seconds for sun to show up. Come on, one more. And then you place a Chomper. Hey, look, you're not going to have to worry about that for a while.
I just
Unfortunately,
find it's so slow, it's often a waste of a plant slot.
Potentially. It really depends on what you're looking at. If you are... There's a couple of different plant types that have this really bad habit of throwing monkey wrenches into gameplay. And that's what you use Chompers for when no other plant will take it out quite as quickly. So,
My personal way to deal with the metal ones is there's a... I think it's a mushroom you get later on? Yeah, the magnet shroom. That handles them nicely.
the problem is the magnet shroom also has a cooldown time. But,
No, it doesn't have a cooldown
yes, it does.
time.
Yes, it does.
Are you sure? I've always had it...
Yep, it grabs one
takes
item, and
once
then
a
it cools
second.
down.
Huh.
I think it's longer than that. I think it's about 10 to 15 seconds. I can't remember, though. It's been a while. But yeah, it's not... Oops. It's not helmets that I'm worried about. It's stuff like ladders.
Also taken by the magnet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to...
That's the other thing about the magnet. It clears the whole room.
No, it doesn't. It's one item at a time.
Hold on. I'm checking the wiki.
So we just got the
now.
repeater.
The repeater, which, oh god, that's a
So
terrible
the repeater's
pun.
nice because it shoots out 2 shots at a time. And the nice thing is that nicely rounds out my list. I'm just getting rid of plants that I'm never going to use in favor of plants I'm going to use. The other downside to magnets is that they're mushrooms, and therefore you require not only the mushroom, but also the coffee bean to wake it up.
Normally, mushrooms will only function during the night. Normally.
Yep.
Cooldown time is about 3 to 5 seconds.
Okay, so split the difference between me and you. It still has a cooldown, it only grabs one item at a time. So, it's not quite that good. It's still good, but not
Whereas
quite that
Chomper has a cooldown time of 42 seconds.
good. Yeah. The Chomper is not there to take out every zombie, it's there to take out that zombie.
Yeah.
I usually pop it down in response to seeing it, not just as a general strategy. But I won't even take the Chomper unless I actually think I'm going to use it. Like, I'm only taking it now because I'm not going to use the, I'm not going to use any of the other options. Well, crap, did it again.
Now, one of my favorite strategies is, there's this one I like to call Tohu. It's...
I don't think I'm mentally prepared to hear this explanation.
It's Starfruit.
Ah, yes, I know exactly the strategy you're talking about.
Either Starfruit on every square, or split, or not split peas, is it the 3-peater? Yeah.
3-peater, yep.
If you fill a 3-peater on every square, other than the bottom and topmost ones, it can really do fun things to zombies.
I usually put Gatlings on the top and bottom ones.
Yeah, or no, what do I do in the top and bottom? My top and bottoms, when I'm doing that strategy, are headed with a garlic, and then filled with,
God damn it!
Doom shrooms? Fume shrooms? What the hell kind of shrooms are?
That is what a Chomper is for.
Yeah, fume shrooms. No. Yeah, what are they called? Sorry, viewers. I feel like a moron because I can't remember for the life of me. Gloom shrooms. That's the one.
At least it ain't Doom Shrooms.
Now, gloom shrooms just... all squares around them, all of them, are constantly under a heavy AoE.
I think that one's on a slight cooldown, too. Not very low,
Now,
it's like quarter of a second, but...
It's not a cooldown pulse. It's just constant, very heavy AoE damage. The graphic looks like a pulse,
okay.
but it is AoE damage. Just... yeah.
It's just stuff that I never use, so I don't know the exact details of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of plants that I just don't typically like, unfortunately, because they don't feel like they do enough.
Yeah, it really all depends on your own style. I've known some people who like to fill the entire field with cattails. Well, the entire area of the field.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm thinking for a second going, that doesn't work.
Hell, one of the coolest videos I ever saw of the game was just shitloads of cattails, and everything else was starfruit, and the guy just kind of walked away and let it be, and it was amazing.
I'm not sure how I feel about starfruit. I've tried to like them. I've tried really hard to like them.
I don't like them personally, but they could be interesting, but I don't like them.
I just don't like that the only time they can hurt the line in front of them is when they're being eaten.
Yeah. Now, the kernel pulp is probably my favorite plant in the whole game, just for its own...
Yeah. Yep.
It's my favorite, not just utility, but also massive damage plant.
I like the corn cob, but I don't like that it has to be manually fired.
Yeah.
I understand that's the balancing factor to make it not broken, but...
Well, that, you wouldn't want it to, say, finally come off its massive cooldown and then launch down its...
Oh, no, you just get 5 of them. There's no more cooldowns at that point. You get 5 of them and you're done.
You can't continuously fire them even if you put one in every row.
Oh no, you can't continuously. But if you put 5 of them, you'll always have one when you need it.
I found that 2 is sufficient, but
Not in Endless. Because you'll get like 5 gargantuans at a time, and you need 2 corn cobs to kill one.
and that is what makes garlic so nice, because it forces them into one area, and the corn cob impact is an AoE.
Yeah.
Really, though, I guess that's what it is. I have a very AoE-focused strategy. You don't seem to. And that's
Well, no, I do. It's just the problem is I don't like taking 3 plants to solve one problem. And that's really all that is. I'd rather have a strategy that kind of takes care of the problem as a side thing. Like, oh, gargantuans. Okay, well, the strategy I'm already using takes care of that. Ah, our first note. Have we gone that far already?
Yes.
Hello, we are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. Hey, look, it's time for another minigame. Here we go. You notice I'm not picking things now?
Ah, yes, I actually like this one.
I love these levels. So not only do I love them because they have good music, but I love them because of what they do. The game just gives you plants. It just says, here, make stuff happen. And it's kind of up to you to decide how well it's going to work.
This one. I will have to disagree with you guys both there. I hate this one.
Really?
I've just been deadlocked in this level for hours so many times by getting nothing.
Really?
Yeah. Once when I was playing, it gave me freaking 15 potato mines in a row. I couldn't win.
I have never had that issue.
I just... Really now?
You'll notice that it gave me other stuff first.
Yeah, and then after, but...
And it only gave me 3 potato mines.
Yeah, I do tend to get weird things happening in games now and then, but...
The thing is, my basic strategy is already done. Like, the basics have already been completed. By the way, guys, this is the only time you'll see me using a cherry bomb for the most part.
It shows it off nicely, though.
I mean, this is really what they're useful for. They're useful for times when you don't have, when you're trying to take out multiple zombies at once and you don't have the firepower otherwise. Or when you just don't feel like waiting. And here comes huge wave of zombies 1. So one of the reasons I like pea shooters so much, or the shooter style, they're so good all around. Yeah, snow peas, I'll take them or leave them. Like in this situation, any extra snow pea that I get is worthless. So, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Bring on the repeaters, though. All of them. Just every repeater you want to give me, I'll take it. But kind of one thing that really makes Chompers good is when you can throw a walnut in front of them. Because it gives them time to get that cooldown done. And it makes the walnut last longer, too. I tend to put other things with walnuts, but hey, you know, there's an option.
One of my favorite things to do is a little something I call the fuck you barrier. It's a walnut that, what is it? I like to put a tall nut wrapped in a pumpkin in front of... I cannot remember what the one I put immediately behind it is, but it's a short-range one that's quite nice.
I tend to do something similar to that. It's usually a tall nut wrapped in a pumpkin, and in front of the tall nut is spikes.
That's what it is. Yeah, spikes and wrapped.
And then enemies just sit on those spikes for eternity.
And get minced.
Yep. Now, keep in mind, that is 3 plants, but those 3 plants will kill tons and tons and tons of people.
To quote a specific Solarian, yes, very good, hold the line.
Yeah.
You should Let's Play those games.
I've been asked to. The problem is they are very long.
But they're
Very long. It'll be 2016 before I finish.
I will say skipping the first game is...
Nope.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do them, do it right.
Yeah. I wouldn't skip the first game in the first place. That's my favorite one.
Really?
Yep.
I was most fond of the second, just because I liked the teammates better. And the gameplay.
I will be 100% honest with you. I actually never played the third. I have the collector's edition. It's sitting on my shelf behind me. I never opened it.
Okay, I will say the third gets an unfair rap. It's quite good.
Okay, and here we go.
You're going to yell at me for that, but it's true. It's
some viewers probably yell at me too. Okay, so we just gained the Puff Shroom, which is a 0-cost item that shoots short-range spores at the enemy, but I already said that shrooms only work at night, so that means it's time for next time! We'll see you folks later.
Beware of the dark, viewers. Zombies come out in the dark, but so do mushrooms, and they're bros.
And zombies come out in the light, too. It doesn't really matter. See you guys later.